tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time. Anyone here thinks I'm superficial or materialistic? Go get a job at fucking McDonald's, because that's where you fucking belong. I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
This is a story of two fathers. One has a collection of degrees and diplomas, and the other is a high school dropout. When the overqualified father dies, he will leave next to nothing behind, and even a few unpaid bills here and there. The school dropout father will become one of the richest men in the world and will pass on an empire to his son. Throughout his life, the poor would say things like, "I can't afford to treat myself to this or that," while the rich would say, "How can I treat myself?" The rich father in this video teaches two small boys some invaluable lessons about money through their own experiences. The most important one is undoubtedly to understand how to best use your mind and time to create your own wealth. Get out of the rat race. Learn how to seize opportunities, find solutions, and take care of your business and investment. And most especially, learn how to make money work for you and not be its slave. Are you ready to learn the lessons and secrets of how to create your own wealth? Sit tight and listen closely, because every word in this video will make you gold. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. In this lesson, we will see how Jimmy created his first company at the age of 9. At the age of 9, Jimmy and his best friend Mike asked Mike's father, which is the rich dad, to teach them how to make money.
To make money?
Yes, to make money.
Rich dad employed the two kids. After 3 weeks spent cleaning one of Mike's dad's many stores for a poverty wage, which was 10 cents a week, Jimmy couldn't take it anymore and increasingly began to think about quitting.
I quit.
This is the moment that Rich Dad chose to give Jimmy his first lesson about money. Some people leave their job because they are not being paid enough. Others see it as an opportunity to learn something new.
Opportunity.
Rich Dad went on to ask the two young boys to work for him for free. By acting this way, he wanted to force them to imagine a way to create their own source of income that was independent from their work for him. Inspiration came to them when they noticed that some comics were left lying around the shop.
Cool. Comics from the 70s.
That's all it took. They recovered them and opened a library for their classmates, making them pay an entrance fee, 10 cents for 2 hours of reading. They paid Mike's sister for $1 a week to deal with managing their little business. Soon, they were making 9.50 per week without having to worry about managing their library. Their first company had come into existence.
Success!
Lesson 2. Why financial literacy is important. You don't learn to become rich at school. The gap which is currently widening between the richest and the poorest is not due to chance. The educational system such as it is built today, it does not allow this gap to be reduced. Its primary objective is to teach you to enter the working world as it already exists, and therefore to allow you to become a very good employee, not a very good employer, and that makes all the difference. Neither does the current educational system teach you about the basics of managing personal finances that allowed the rich to build their wealth.
My employer has a problem.
It is up to you to take responsibility, to train yourself, and to use this knowledge to acquire the assets that will allow you to generate income. The problem is not how to know how much you are earning, but how much you are able to put aside. The first step toward getting out of the rat race is to understand the difference between an asset and a liability.
Done with the rat race. I'm retired.
An asset is a title or contract that allows its owner to generate income. A liability, on the other hand, is to generate expenditure. Let me give you some examples. Poor people manage their money from day to day. The middle class buy liabilities thinking that they are acquiring assets, and the rich or future rich build a solid base of assets that generate their income. The middle class find themselves in permanent state of constant financial struggle. Their primary source of income is their salary, and salary increase usually lead to tax increase. Some people think their principal residence is an asset. Here is why it is not an asset. 1. You will work your whole life to pay back the mortgage you took out. 2. Your maintenance costs represent a significant amount. 3. You must pay property tax. 4. Your principal residence might depreciate if the real estate market drops or if you buy at the top of the cycle. 5. Rather than investing in an asset that earns you money regularly, you repay your monthly credit to the bank. In other words, the real owner of the home is the bank.
Hey, you don't own the house.
If you genuinely want to acquire your principal residence, you must first generate the income to finance your monthly repayments. Let me give you a few examples of real assets. First, an apartment that you rent out and that its rent is paid for by the tenant. This allows you to repay the monthly loan repayment. Second, a business that does not require you to be present, but of which you are the main shareholder.
Oh yeah, he's a good worker. He's a real asset to the company.
Conclusion inevitable.
In a nutshell, the main steps to get you out of the rat race. First, understand the difference between an asset and a liability. 2. Concentrate your effort on purchasing assets that generate a steady income. 3. Keep your spending and your debts to a minimum. 4. Mind your own business, and we will talk about this in detail in the next video. So this is all I have for you today. In this video we only learned 2 lessons, and there is a lot to learn. So sit tight and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. See you soon.